A Central Florida hotel says it's trying to protect the safety of its guests, but in the process, is that hotel hurting small businesses?
For years, the local tourism industry has had some concerns about independent cab drivers who do not work for major transportation companies. Now, with the rise of ride-sharing services like Uber, there are even more drivers out there picking up passengers. Mike Force investigates how some of those independent drivers are receiving trespass warnings, which they call unfair.
When Gino Sabato lost his job a few months ago, he began driving for the ride-sharing service Uber, and it's paying off.
Well, I've pretty much stopped doing everything else I was doing to make money because it's so profitable for me.
Sabato says hotels around iDrive are generally welcoming to Uber drivers.
They usher me right to the front, allow me to pick up my ride and be on my way.
Back in January, the Uber driver was alerted that a passenger had requested a ride from the Renaissance Orlando Hotel across from SeaWorld. But as Sabato pulled into this driveway, he claims a hotel security guard immediately intercepted him.
Told him I'm picking somebody up. They told me that I can't do that and I need to leave the property immediately.
Moments later, the Uber driver was pulled over by an Orange County Sheriff's deputy who issued this trespass warning, which says the cab is not under contract with the hotel. If Sabato returns to the hotel,
the consequences are potentially that I could get arrested and have my car impounded.
We've learned that during a 5-week period, deputies issued 10 trespass warnings at the Renaissance Orlando Hotel, including the one to Sabato, because they are independent cabs, not under contract with hotel, or were picking up fares without permission. According to a hotel spokesman, the Renaissance Orlando has a contract with Mears Transportation, the area's largest taxi and shuttle service. Only Mears vehicles are allowed to line up at the hotel to pick up guests, which the hotel spokesman says is done to ensure guest safety and security.
They're forcing the guests to use a particular company. That doesn't seem right at all.
Law enforcement officials indicate some independent cabs may be unsafe, such as this one with a missing lug nut on the wheel. However, the Renaissance Orlando insists independent cabs and ride-sharing services like Uber are allowed to pick up guests who pre-arrange rides. Our hotel respects our guests' preferences in selecting transportation options, says a spokesman. But first, those drivers must provide the passengers' names to hotel security and avoid loitering along the curb.
I was on the property maybe 30 or 40 seconds.
Sabato says he obeyed those rules, yet was still permanently banned from the hotel. Orange County Sheriff's officials admit we have no real discretion in deciding whether to issue a trespass warning, saying we are not the deciding factor on who gets trespassed. The property owner is.
We're taking police off the job.
Sabato says the trespass warning was not only unfair, but also makes it harder for him to earn money.
It hurts everybody that's trying to run a little business on their own and you know, get their little piece of the American dream.
We asked a hotel spokesperson whether that Uber driver could have been doing anything else that would have earned him this trespass warning, but the company won't comment on specific incidents. Sabato and 2 other drivers who received warnings tell me they were polite and professional, and yet were still banned from this property.